What's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? Assalamu alaikum. Shalom Hotep. Power to my people that is scattered on four corners of this planet we call Earth. This is your boy Azakar, bringing you that heat straight off at the mind. Do me a favor, like the video, share and subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I drop any type of content. Yo. Man, I know partners, man, who did the unemployment route, they took the furlough or whatnot, and they getting 200 plus 675 a week, while other people go to work and get mediocre. We're supposed to be in a pandemic. We don't. People don't have any PPE. Oh man, this country's fucked up. The whole situation's fucked up, and America is crumbling before our eyes. And you know, it changed so fast. You know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and then Elijah Muhammad warned us about a time to be. And just imagine the frontline people who busting their ass and get below mediocre because they have to go face the forces every day. And you got the people who sit at home and just wait on their paycheck. But the thing is, it ain't gonna last long though. It ain't gonna last long. What they say, the end of June? And from what I'm understanding, the job market ain't just gonna come up and just start booming just like that. Yeah, it's been a messed up recovery for America. But we're gonna go into this article that I got right here though. Oh man. Average workers can't bear any more risks. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. The GOP push give business immunity from coronavirus liability is a part of a long, ugly trend. Yeah, I told you, Ascar, I be on all type of shit. I be all over the proper stock market, news that go on, what's trending, games, fashion, phones, electronics. I be all over the place. As an economy reopens across the United States, tens of millions of Americans who can't work remotely have become armchair accuracies, forced to figure it out for themselves how risky clocking into their jobs may be. Of course, for many, the circulation is largely hypothetical. In the April, President Donald Trump signed an executive order that declared virus-plagued meatpacking plants as citrus infrastructure pressure employees to return to work. The president also promised that his order would solve any liability problems plants might face. Man, niggas don't want to go to work, man. It's all fucked up and you getting treated like a freaking dog. I mean, just call it for what it is, man. This is like, and people at their place of work, supervisor, whatnot. Oh, they dick really big. They feel like they the boss on bosses. Have you doing shit out the norm, all because you was considered to be an essential worker, and everybody else at home chilling. You know, shit's got to give. Say get out of America ways and do what it do. The legal grounds for the president's order are shaky, yet encapsulates the grim of bargain more and more Americans will face. Whether they're deemed essential or not, workers are being pushed by public policy and financial necessity back into restaurants, bars, stores, officials, warehouses, work sites, and factories. Expanded unemployment benefits are set in well before the threat of COVID-19 does. and many states are poised to cut off benefits for workers who are employed or operating, no matter how dangerous those operations may be. If the workers get sick, well, that's not their employer's problem. At least if the elected officials heed corporate lobbyists call for immunity for legal claim related to on-the-job infections. I mean, it just what it is, man. I got some audio from my one of my mentors, and he be bringing it. He bring it all the time. He bring it all the time. So we'll let this play.
Issues. Who's going to keep my kids? The daycares are shut now, so you don't have anywhere to leave your children. And then there's the generous unemployment benefits the government has provided. $600 a week, that's a big number. A lot of people didn't make $600 a week when they were working every day. So, if I'm getting $600 a week to stay home, why would I want to go to work just to get $400 a week? And so anyway, they said business leaders were also pessimistic about the potential pace of the recovery. The unemployment rate through April hit a post-World War II record high of 14.7% and 20.5 million layoffs during the month. Workers are reluctant to head back to their jobs for a number of reasons, the central bank noted in its beige book. The report also cited a generally downbeat outlook from business contacts regarding hopes of a recovery. Business leaders cited challenges bringing employees back to work, including workers' health concerns, limited access to child care, and generous unemployment insurance benefits. Nearly 40 million people have submitted unemployment claims since the coronavirus was declared a pandemic in mid-March, and more than 25 million have been receiving benefits for at least 2 weeks, according to the Labor Department. Moving on. The Fed report noted that the PPP, quote, helped many businesses to limit or avoid layoffs, although employment continues to fall sharply in retail and in leisure and hospitality sectors. Banks have seen a strong demand for the loans. One of the interesting things about the way this recovery went about, and I'm not going to get into a judgment call on whether or not people want to go back to work. Let me just tell you this. When I saw that we were suddenly living in a world where everybody was going to get to work from home, part of me was a little bit, sad, because I thought I had a little secret that nobody else knew about. I realized, I said, okay, now the rest of the world is going to find out something that I figured out 20 years ago, which is that working from home is pretty cool. That being at home with your family is better than being in an office with a bunch of people that you don't even like, with a bunch of racist people, and so I've always loved working from home. I've always worked at home, and so I can't blame anybody who has experienced the joy of working from home, who doesn't want to go back to work, because I decided I didn't want to go back to work 20 years ago, right? So I decided that a long time ago. So in fact, this whole century I have not worked outside of my house. Now, with that said, though, I think that you've got some real legitimate issues in terms of sort of understanding that what this whole situation did was it caused people to stop for a minute, and it snapped them out of their pre-existing condition. Their pre-existing condition was this sort of state of hypnosis that you were pulled into in this economy that's really built on a type of capitalist slavery. If you want to call it that. I mean, that's maybe a harsh term, but that's how I see it, in the sense that if you think about health, hospitality workers, workers in restaurants, things like that, these people have been underpaid for a very long time. We should have done more in terms of minimum wage, in terms of making sure that jobs were protected, in terms of making sure that workers' incomes rose along with billionaires and millionaires and CEOs. Because what's really going on right now is the pandemic itself, which wasn't really a bad pandemic. Remember, they predicted 2 million deaths. Mm-hmm. They got about 100,000. So they got so really what you thought would be a tidal wave and a tsunami was just basically a little ripple in the water, right? But they try to convince you that it was a tsunami, but it wasn't a tsunami. It just wasn't. The numbers aren't there. You had what really amounts to a bad flu season, and you don't shut down the economy because you had a bad flu season, right? So this is, but we're beyond sort of debating the merits of the pandemic and what happened. But what I'm really saying is that what happens is that, remember, Rahm Emanuel, Obama's buddy in Chicago, once said that you never let a good crisis go to waste. And so when
Never let a good crisis go to waste. I think I heard that on Ozark too. But yeah, like this video, y'all. Share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified, hopefully, if YouTube don't be tripping every time I drop any type of content. And hit that PayPal up, people. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.